Hello, everybody, and welcome back to From BA to Broadway for another episode of In the Spotlight. Folks, just your usual programming reminders. Every Monday we are here with the main pod. Every Wednesday we are here with the mini-sodes. And this Friday, 2 days from now, folks, you can catch us live at BroadwayCon. That is right, folks. BroadwayCon, Friday, July 26th at 10 a.m. You can catch me with my two very special guests, Broadway's very own Christopher and Clay Rice Thompson. Folks, this is a twofer. This is the first twofer we've done, so it's going to be big. It's going to be fun, and I can't wait to see y'all there. So go get your tickets at BroadwayCon.com. Just a reminder, any college or high school students, there is a discount. So make sure you take advantage of that. Anywho, folks, we're moving on to the main event. Today, I am here to talk about Fun Home, the funnest home there is. And of course, I cannot do this alone. I am here with our musical theater historian, Mr. Daniel J. Solly.
Hello, it's a pleasure to be here.
Is it a J?
Yeah, it is.
Oh my god, amazing. What is it?
My middle name?
Yeah.
Joseph.
Joseph. Okay.
Daniel Joseph, a nice biblical name.
Yes. I'm Brennan John, so we're right there at the sides of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, long may she reign.
I should have said Judas.
Judas, yeah.
Daniel Judas Solly, that is my middle name, yes.
Did you get confirmed?
Yeah.
What's your confirmation name?
Carl.
Carl? Who the hell is Carl?
It's a family name.
In the Bible.
There's a saint for every name.
That's so
I did
true.
no research. I could not tell you about St. Carl.
Retweet. Love that.
What was yours?
Lazarus.
Are you kidding me?
You ain't getting rid of me, baby.
Oh my god.
Actually, no, that would be my worst nightmare. Anywho, speaking of death, Fun Home.
I love Fun Home.
Me too.
I think it's probably my top 5. I'd say it's in my top 5.
It's absolutely
100%.
phenomenal. It deserves to be there.
Yeah, as it should. With music by Janine Tesori and book and lyrics by Lisa Crone, you can't top it.
No.
You literally cannot top it.
Dream team.
As we know, as everybody should know, Fun Home is an adaptation of Alison Bechdel's 2006 graphic memoir. The show this is a fun show. It's comprised of it's kind of a series of non-linear vignettes that feature Alison through different stages of her life. So
Amazing.
we have her 10-year-old self, which the character is called Small Alison.
Mm-hmm.
We have her in her freshman year of college. And that is called Medium Allison. And we have regular Allison, sometimes called Big Allison. But I think her official name is Allison. And
fun fact, the graphic novel, a lot of the college stuff was inspired by the campus of the University of Massachusetts Amherst. My
Really?
alma mater. Yes, the student, you can see.
But she didn't go there.
I know, and she did not whatsoever.
That is so funny. She went to Oberlin.
Yes, she did.
Because I'll never forget the intonation on the soundtrack. Just Oberlin College. Keep going.
Yeah, the student union is like a direct replica of our student union. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Fun little tidbit.
I would love to know the decision to
make it
UMass
yeah,
as opposed to Oberlin.
I don't remember if she lived in Western Massachusetts when she was writing it or whatever, but I knew that information at some point. Anywho.
Wow. So, the show, it's non-linear, but the show follows Allison and her two brothers. Oh my god, their names. They're John. They're more biblical names.
John and Christian. Literally Christian.
So her family is comprised of her two brothers, John and Christian, and then her father, Bruce, and her mother, Helen. Her father is an undertaker, and they all live in the family home, which is also a funeral home, the Bechtel Fun Home, the Bechtel Funeral Home. It's a song, if you know, you know.
And thus the name is born.
And so the play deals with Allison kind of dealing with and recognizing her budding homosexuality, and at the same time that she is kind of having this self-realization, her father is also a closeted gay man who has affairs with men and seduces boys in the neighborhood. And so there's kind of this parallel thing happening, whereas, we follow Allison, 10 years old, she sings the iconic song Ring of Keys, which is that song of like self-actualization when you view a lesbian for the first time and you see yourself in her. And then we follow her to college when she has sex with her college girlfriend Joan for the first time, and she sings the song Changing My Major, which is all those feelings that,
also iconic.
Self-sexualization and all the things.
Yeah.
And while that is happening, her father is kind of devolving, and he gets in trouble with the law because he's serving alcohol to minors, and his marriage is shattered, and the home life is really kind of being destroyed. And so as Allison is coming into her own, Bruce is kind of devolving.
Yeah.
And there is a heartbreaking number by the mother at the end of the show where she acknowledges, like, she knows everything that's going on. She knows he's a homosexual. She knows he has affairs with men and boys. And she, sings the song Days and Days to Allison of, how does it happen? Like, how do you find yourself here? And then Allison and Bruce sing another heartbreaking song, Telephone Wire, where it's them like desperately trying to connect and find commonality, but they can't do it. And then the show ends with Bruce essentially having a psychotic break and stepping in front of a bus and committing suicide.
Yes.
And it's all kind of told through the lens of Big Allison. Like the lens of the show is, it's all a memory play, and Big Allison is essentially writing the memoir, and she's like seeing it happen as she's writing it and as she's reflecting on her family life and her childhood.
Yeah.
And that's my Reader's Digest version of Fun Home.
That was a pretty solid summary, I would say.
Oh, thank you.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it does have like a very clear plot and plot line, but so much of it is also just like living in the day-to-day. Day to day, that is. Yeah,
and it's all vignettes, so it's like you'll have a scene with small Allison and then a scene with Big Allison, and then like they'll have like the virginity song, like, Changing My Major, and then several. I think Ring of Keys is after Changing My Major, so it's all really beautifully just like woven together in a non-linear but still cohesive way.
For sure.
And so Fun Home premiered off-Broadway at the Public Theater. It was a public darling.
Sure did.
October 22nd of 2013, directed by Sam Gold. And then that production then transferred to Broadway at the Circle in the Square Theater on April 19th.
Amazing venue for that show.
Beautiful. And it was fascinating. I didn't get to see it at the Public, but I've seen a lot of bootlegs. And like the original staging was just like in a proscenium theater.
Yeah. That's what they did with the tour, too, afterwards.
Yeah, the tour, because, like, not every theater is in a round. Mm-hmm. But then to bring that show into the round, what they were able to do was just, like, phenomenal.
I honestly can't imagine it in any other scenario, to be honest with you. Mm-hmm. I don't think that kind of show lends itself as well to a proscenium theater. There's something about, like, being in it that really...
I've seen it in a black box, which works just as well.
Yeah.
It wasn't in the round, but it was in a black box, so it was like nice and small and intimate. Mm-hmm. I've never seen it in like a big proscenium. Like I really wish what year was it? 2013. I was too young to go see it at the Public. I wasn't sophisticated enough to go see shows at the Public.
Heard,
but I would have killed to see it in like that theater and kind of what they were able to do with it.
Yeah.
And the key players, I mean, this was like such a stacked cast.
Oh, yeah.
We have Beth Malone playing Big Al. Mm-hmm. Michael Cerveris playing Bruce. Judy Kuhn playing Helen. Sydney Lucas playing Small Allison. Alexandra Socha originated the part of Medium Al off-Broadway at the Public. Yes. And then she was replaced by Emily Skaggs for the Broadway run.
Yep.
And then we have some little kids. Oscar Williams, El Moro were Christian and John. Joan was Roberta Colindres, and Joel Perez was Roy, Mark, Pete, Bobby, Jeremy. There's like the one male ensemble track who plays all the characters, which I love that track. We have Broadway legend Rebecca Luker played Helen for about a month on Broadway while Judy was on medical leave. My friend Judy.
No kidding.
Tony winner Lauren Patton was a standby.
I saw Lauren Patton.
No, because she had like a 3-month run as Medium Al.
I saw Lauren Patton, and I saw the very first performance of Michael's understudy. He like notoriously never called out. And I saw the very first performance of his understudy.
Was Lauren Medium Al?
Yeah, Lauren.
Because I think she went on for both Medium Al, and I think she was like the standby for both.
She was Medium Al indeed. And
I love her.
I mean, let me tell you, that understudy, his performance was phenomenal. Like, you could tell this was like so long in the making, and it was a big deal. It was probably one of the best performances I've ever seen.
I think on
Broadway and in life.
I saw Fun Home, I want to say 4 or 5 times on Broadway.
That really checks.
I couldn't. I mean, look, I just like that show. Oh, it gets me.
Yeah.
I won the lottery for the day after the Tony Awards.
Nice.
And I sat front row, like in the Circle in the Square Theater. So you're like on the stage, and I remember when like when the music for Ring of Keys started playing, like you could hear the hush.
Yeah.
Like everyone was like, because like that was the Tony Awards performance.
Of course.
And like Sydney Lucas, phenomenal.
Absolutely
like, no
phenomenal.
And her, like just like so darling. So her, Emily Skaggs, and Judy Kuhn were all nominated in the same category.
Which is crazy.
I know. The 3 of them did lose out to Ruthie and Miles for the King and I production. Ruthie and Miles, brilliant. But
oh my God,
is it
Thunder and Lightning?
Oh my God,
jeez.
But obviously Michael Cerveris did win for Best Actor.
Of course.
It won Best Musical that year. I think that was the year where it was like, Fun Home, Something Rotten, Fun Home, Something Rotten.
Yeah.
And Fun Home just
great year.
Tough year.
Year. I saw some. I
think that was like gonna be Brian Darcy James's year for the leading actor Tony, and then Michael Cerveris was like, nope,
no.
And apparently also, just to cap off just our facts section, Jake Gyllenhaal currently has the rights to produce a movie musical that he wants to play Bruce in.
I don't know how I feel about that.
And it was in development in 2020, and then there was a question, and I think Alison Bechdel said that it wasn't going to happen.
Yeah.
But then as of like 2023, he's still developing it, like whatever that means.
He's very talented. That doesn't seem like the role for him.
I feel like it is.
Really?
I mean, I don't know if he would be my instantaneous, but I think it makes sense.
Is he queer?
I don't know.
Okay.
It's between him and his maker.
That's ain't that the truth?
It's not my business.
Ain't that the truth?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think he could do it though.
He is widely talented and he has a great voice.
I think like 15 to 20 years ago, we would see like an Ellen DeGeneres led Fun Home.
I can't believe you just said that.
But I think we're past that point now.
I can't believe you just said that. Yeah. Oh my.
Am I wrong?
No, you're
gonna tell me I'm wrong?
You're right. That would have been crazy.
Maybe 10 years ago we'd get like a Rosie O'Donnell Helen.
This is wild. Anyway.
With a Harvey Firestein bruise.
Yeah,
that'd be kind of iconic.
Yeah.
But no, where were we? Fun Home. I love Fun Home. It is the best score. It is like.
Janine Tesori, man.
Just like it's one of those albums you can listen like front to back.
Yep.
Leave room for aftercare.
Always, definitely.
My school did the first college production of Fun Home.
Whoa.
Because our professor is like besties with Janine Tesori. And I remember the second floor of the Dish building on the day of callbacks. Flannels and baseball caps.
Oh my God.
As far as the eye could see.
Of course.
And then one of the only lesbians in our program, like a real life lesbian.
Yes, live and in person.
Said, I don't need to wear a costume to be gay. So she wore a pink dress and heels.
Whoa.
And booked Joan.
I mean, yeah, as it should be.
She was like, it's not the costume that makes the lesbian.
That's
and I was like,
true.
Badass.
Also, yeah, folks, like, if you got the call back, they see you in the role. So show them what makes you unique, what you bring to it. You know, you don't want to show up dressed like everyone else. You just be yourself.
Oh, and also just a callback to last week's episode. You know who played Allison on the national tour?
Grisabella.
Kate Schindel. Oh, two
a
episodes
cat.
ago.
Yeah. Okay.
Kate Schindel, our girly, our Vivian from the Legally
Queen.
Blonde episode.
I have seen clips of that.
I actually haven't.
Phenomenal, of course, phenomenal.
Didn't she not cut her hair though? There was like kind of.
It was long. I mean, no, it was short-ish.
Okay.
You know, definitely was. I wouldn't say
I
it
don't
was
want
long.
short-ish. I want a buzz.
Okay,
I want a crew cut.
Whatever.
There was that line where she says, "How about a so would a crew cut?" You know.
That was the president. You can't tell the president that.
Former.
I know. I said was the president.
I would also. I think she might have done it regionally. I would love to see, Jen Colella play this part.
Oh my God! Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? She'd like.
Has that not happened yet? That has to happen.
I think she might have done it regionally in the last couple of years.
Okay, good.
But not a huge major production.
Yeah.
And I think it should be done.
City Center.
But
let's get it in there.
Like notable song, like Ring of Keys.
Yes.
Oh, it's so gorgeous.
If there are any parents out there listening to this right now, you go put this in your child's book. Go put it in their book.
Oh, I was gonna say if there are any parents, watch the musical and like learn something or two.
I mean that too.
Like
just for the stage.
Such
moms.
a beautiful representation of like what it means to grow up gay.
Truly.
We like Ring of Keys is so resonating. We all have that Ring of Keys. We all had that moment. We all have that Ring of Keys person. Send us yours.
Yeah.
We'll keep it private.
For sure. I mean, also, you don't need to send us yours. What are we going to do with that information?
I just want to know everyone's Ring of Keys.
Great.
You know, if you're listening and you think that you were mine, send me a DM. And if you're right, I'll Venmo you $5.
Whoa.
If he's listening to this podcast, I will like eat my hat.
Is it me?
Maybe.
Whoa.
Yeah, especially because we met like 2 years ago.
Okay, give me $5. Thank you.
Changing my major, telephone wire,
Yep.
days and days. Come to the fun home.
Mm-hmm.
One of my favorites is Maps. I love Maps. I think it's an underrated Big Al song.
Oh yeah.
Just absolutely gorgeous.
Truly. There's a lot of, especially like for book songs, there are a lot of really great ballads in this, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I think it's tricky, if you're like a young looking 20-something-year-old girl and you're going to sing Changing My Major, just know that you'll be like the 25th Changing My Major of the day.
Yes, that is.
Yeah,
for sure. Maybe save that for a cabaret.
I don't know. If you can act the shit out of it and sing the shit out of it, I'd never turn down.
Oh, for sure.
As someone who doesn't sit behind the table, I'll never turn down a good performance.
I mean, y'all, if you act the SHIT out of that, that's what it's about. Do it.
Yeah.
Do it. Just do it. You know what? Just
do it.
Overdone
Do
songs,
it.
they're all overdone. It's Broadway. You know, the songs have all been around for so long. Every song's overdone. So who cares? Just do it.
Mm-hmm.
Unless it's Defying Gravity or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Retweet. Yeah.
What else we got to say about Fun Home? I mean, it was a finalist for the Pulitzer Prize. It didn't win.
That's bogus.
Should have won.
What won?
Oh, how could you do this to me?
You don't have to find it.
Oh, I will find it.
Is it like a scientist or something?
It better not have been. The Flick by Annie Baker. All right, Annie Baker, iconic.
I don't really know who or what that is.
It's okay. We'll get you there.
Great.
It's a play. I wish I could see a production of Fun Home somewhere.
They're around.
I feel like it's one of those shows that could have a really long-term run at an off-Broadway theater.
I mean,
at
maybe.
a small, intimate.
It feels a little too soon
theater.
for them to bring it back specifically for that.
I'm not asking for them to bring it back.
Like you always are, though.
But I always am.
Yeah.
I'd go see. I'd be sat.
For sure.
And they could have just the iconic butch actresses be playing Big Al on a loop, and aging divas playing Helen.
It's the new Little Shop. It's just
my God.
A revolving door.
It's the new Little Shop.
Yeah. It's just a revolving door of celebrities.
Okay. In 5 years, maybe 10, 5 to 10 years.
Yeah.
Jonathan Groff as Bruce.
Yeah.
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 Mhm.
Very good.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very good.
Who could be his Helen? I don't know. Like, what?
Oh, great
What like?
question.
Mm, I'm literally just thinking like, oh, could like Dan and Lindsay be in
I
this
was gonna
too?
say on
Like,
Lindsay
could we
Mendez,
get the
literally.
three?
Yeah, yeah.
Could we get the three? Dan plays like Roy, Bobby, Jeremy.
Dan plays John. Dan plays Little John, and we don't question it. Yeah, I feel like I do
Oh.
see listings for it every once in a while. At least one.
It's done. I think it's
at
done
least once a
regionally.
season.
It's
Yeah.
done regionally. There was a national tour. I don't know if it ever went on a non-union tour. We're up for that. I want to see that.
I don't know if I want to see that.
I mean,
Maybe.
I don't know. I think we're aged out of Roy, Bobby, Jeremy, etc., but not into
Not
Bruce.
really.
Really?
Yeah. That was played fully by a grown man on the Broadway.
I guess that's true.
Because then he also
Sure.
does the little TV singer thing.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah.
What is that song? Everything's alright when we're together. Raincoat of Love.
There.
Sorry, I was like,
I like gave up immediately on remembering that we were looking for the name. I was just here for the jam.
And also, fun fact.
Give me a fun
This is my
fact.
favorite fun fact. Do you know that Sydney Lucas now works as an EMT?
I hate it when that happens.
I think she's still an actress. I think she's on a TV show. I think she's been on a long-running TV show for a while now.
Oh, okay.
I
Okay,
should have
then
done
that's
this research.
acceptable, yeah.
But during COVID, when entertainment wasn't a thing,
Yeah.
she is like a goddess, I guess, and was like, I want to help humanity. She is an EMT.
That's crazy.
She would like ride in ambulances and save people. If I
Thank you for telling us what an EMT is.
let me tell you, if I was like on the ground needing medical assistance,
Yeah.
and I opened my little eyes, and Sydney Lucas was standing over me, I know you.
Yeah, you're just like you're
Like-
you're almost dead. You're like, and the keys. Oh.
I think she'd be like, "Oh God, let him die."
No, literally, you're like, just stop what you're doing. I'm ready to go. I just need you.
I
I
know-
just need to hear you sing me away.
I know it could heal
Sing
me.
me
I know
out.
it could heal me. just like sing it for me, please.
I want the last thing I hear to be this.
to be you singing.
They're like, sir, you just passed out. You're completely. No. Shh.
You know, I also think the time is ripe for her medium Al.
Okay.
And then in 10 years, her big Al. And then in 10 years,
Oh,
her
you
Ellen.
know when she is appropriate for Big Al. That's when they will revive it.
We'll get a huge production.
100%.
And you know I will be seated.
Of course you will be.
You know, oh, maybe now, like, Donna Murphy as Ellen. I don't know. I think she'd break our hearts with her Days and Days.
She's so talented. I know she would do great, but I just can't imagine. I just can't imagine Donna in the rehearsal process just outside.
I think that she could break our hearts with
Oh,
that
for
fucking
sure.
song.
For
With
sure.
that fucking song. I remember this was such a good one of the times I saw it, because I saw it a couple times. I think Judy Kuhn like swallowed wrong or like had something in her throat when the song started, and she was like having a coughing attack like throughout the song Days and Days, and it was just like such a wonderful moment of seeing like an iconic, established, brilliant
yeah.
Broadway diva like logistically dealing with something.
Interesting.
You know?
Yeah.
Because I feel like we just like expect them to have flawless performances 24/7.
For sure.
And she still was wonderful, and she didn't let it get in the way of her acting.
Yeah.
But and like maybe I just noticed it because you pay attention a little closer maybe when you're an actor. But I was like, oh, you are like coughing on the rests because you're like struggling right now because you like swallowed something literally when the song started.
Yeah.
And that was just like a really cool thing to watch.
I'm so happy you
It was,
enjoyed
I
watching
don't
her
know.
choke.
Not choke. Like it's a cool thing when you watch the logistics of obviously
yeah.
like she's brilliant when she's brilliant and nothing's wrong. But like you're also brilliant when you're dealing with something and you're just like continuing to tell the story through that.
Yeah.
And I always think about that.
You know? Yeah.
So Judy, I know you're listening.
Of course.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for your beautiful performance.
Yes,
And thank you for acting through the cough.
for sure. One time I was seeing a show. It was the tour of Come From Away.
Naturally.
I was sitting in the audience. We were like in the middle of a very long
I wonder
row.
if they can hear this thunder. It's really loud.
It'll
Keep going.
probably get edited out by the software, but
Keep it in. It makes it spooky.
I'll figure it out. Yeah, so we were in the middle of a very big row, and all of a sudden I started just coughing and coughing and coughing, and it got like uncontrollable, and I couldn't go get water because I was in the middle of a row, and that would have caused the biggest scene. And after like 2 minutes, the person in front of me just turns around with like a scowl on her face and hands me a lifesaver.
No.
And I was like, thank you so much. I felt so bad, but also I was like, I will never attend a piece of theater again without mints in my pocket.
I will always be on the aisle.
No,
every
or that.
time.
Literally never again. That was the most humiliating thing I've ever experienced. That's a lie, but it was
my
pretty
God.
humiliating.
Oh, I have an adjacent story to that.
Hit me.
Do you know Drowsy Chaperone?
No,
Oh my God. Okay.
sorry.
Well, that'll be a next episode. Really
Okay.
chill. So I was in the Drowsy Chaperone in college, and there's like this whole sequence at the end where like basically the entire company is frozen in a tableau or like frozen in place, while one of the characters has this like pages long monologue,
Mhm.
and our show is happening in this like tiny little black box. You know, like there's just like there's no way to run out
Yeah,
without stopping the entire show.
but of course.
So I'm seated like frozen in the center of the stage, sitting on the couch, and I got a little tickle in my throat. And what proceeded was the most horrific coughing attack, but I was really committed, so
Oh
I
my.
kept my mouth closed. So I was just like doing a closed mouth hack,
Yeah.
and my entire face was beet red. I'm dripping sweat. My eyes are just streaming.
And you know there's
water.
always just a little jolt.
Yep, every time. And this girl is doing like kind of it wasn't dramatic. It's Jaws Jabron.
Yeah.
It's farce. It's funny. But like like a pages long scene monologue, while I am just like dying, and like
The audience is like,
and
why is that
everyone.
kid
I literally was
vibrating?
sitting like this. A girl is sitting next to me, and I could feel like everyone in the cast being like. And it lasted for about like 5 to 10 minutes.
Amazing. That's a
And
shit.
every night after the rest of the run, right before the freeze, I would pop a lozenge.
Oh my God.
It was, and there was just like, there are scenarios where you could like get off.
You just very slowly pull a Ricola out of your pocket.
Like there are scenarios
Of
and like
course.
certain setups where you could just like bolt off stage and it wouldn't be. I was like, I would stop if I got up. I would stop the show.
Yeah.
It's a black box. If I open the door, like sunlight streams in and like the show's it was horrific.
Oh my God.
So Judy Kuhn, I get you.
Yeah, you guys
I
are
get
like
you.
the
All right.
same. You guys are the same.
We're just like, she's got like 5 Tony noms, I've got none, but we're almost there.
Yeah, the show must go on.
I think we have the same amount of Tonys.
Okay. Do you know any Tonys? Are super.
Is that his name?
Oh my God. I can't believe you. Whatever.
Tony, I know you're listening. I'm
Of
sorry.
course,
I'm
of
so
course.
sorry.
All
right, we've devolved.
I was going to say, you got anything else?
No.
Go see Fun Home. Go listen to Fun Home.
Go listen to it. There's a good amount of bootlegs. There's a good amount of. I highly recommend watching Alex Socha do like OG Change You by Major at the Public. She was brilliant. Emily Skeggs was also wonderful.
Yeah.
But it's none of my business, but I would love to tea on why you didn't transfer. But she is the current Broadway Glinda, so she's doing fine.
Yeah.
She's wonderful.
I'm sure she was doing something else.
And her wig was different. And that's
Was that a
always
wig?
fun. Yeah.
Thank God.
Well, no. I don't think Emily Skeggs was wearing a wig.
Oof.
So foot in
Oof.
your fucking mouth. Emily, I know you're listening, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry for my friend.
Listen,
I'm so
I'm
sorry.
sure you knew. I'm sure you knew.
No, she cut her hair.
Okay.
That was-
Heard. Anywho.
Okay.
Yeah, folks.
This episode is dedicated to all the lesbians in our life.
Oh my
we
God.
love you.
Yeah.
We love this sapphic representation for you.
Let's name them all right now.
Mainly Sarah.
Oh my God.
And let's write more lesbian plays, you know?
Totally. Absolutely.
You know, I mean, I know they did, and then Pika closed pretty quickly, but we can try again.
Yeah. We'll write
Let's try again.
different ones.
We're here-
Better ones,
yeah.
maybe. Who's to say?
Who's to say?
Anywho, folks, thank you so much for tuning in. As always, if you would like to hear us talk about any certain shows, you can do so by joining us over on Patreon. That is patreon.com/BA to Broadway. If you want to become a principal tier member, let us know what you want to hear us talk about.
Or
I didn't like the way I said that.
Okay.
Let us know what you want to hear us talk about.
You like that better?
Yeah. I can't believe you just did that.
You can edit that out. You can do anything.
Great.
Or just direct deposit us and we'll talk about it.
Oh, yeah. We also
yeah.
accept Venmo. However, it would probably be cheaper for you to just join the Patreon.
Venmo, Zelle, Cash.
Yeah.
I'll talk about anything.
Great.
Okay.
Yeah.
So don't forget to DM us the name and physical description of your Ring of Keys person.
Oh my God, Daniel.
I want to know if anyone does.
Okay.
Come on. You have a Ring of Keys person. I have a Ring of Keys person.
Yeah.
You listening, you have a Ring of Keys person.
Yeah.
Judy, I know you're listening. You have a Ring of Keys person.
Amazing.
I know.
Anywho, as always, folks, you can find us on most social media at BA to Broadway. You can find me at Brennan Stefanik.
You can find me at DSauls.
And until next week, folks, bye.
Bye.
From BA to Broadway is created, produced, and edited by Brennan Stefanik, music by Dylan Kaufman, and cover art by Jordan Vongsithi.